Here's a quick rundown on installing a Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk 2019 factory rear tow hitch. As you can see, I've already installed it minus the wiring harness. I want to give you a quick run through on the steps that you need to do. First of all, the manual says that you need to take out these rear lights right here. You don't really need to do that unless you want to access and have a little bit of look down, but there's nothing really much you can reach from there. If you do want to take the lights off, it's just these two screws and pulls right out on both sides. And then you can just have a look straight down and see the clips that you've got to undo, but you can't get your hand in or anything in there, so there's actually no point to actually doing that. The wiring harness you need to connect in here, so save that for later. Right underneath, as on all Jeep Cherokees, regardless of Trailhawk, they've got the 4 screws in the bottom. Those are going to come undone. Most people will tell you that you need to drill out the pot rivet. You do not need to do that. If you undo all of the bolts and clips, the whole plastic rear bumper will just come out and fall down. Enable you to get the hitch, the old hitch out and the new hitch in, and then you'll be able to go straight back up again. So again, you don't need to do that unless you want to remove the whole bumper, but that is not necessary. I like to keep it the same and didn't have to touch it. It didn't break anything. It just came down and let you get enough room in here. So if you come and have a look, the things that you need to take out are there's 2 screws. If you can see here, let me get my hand in here. There is a screw there and a screw there, which can be reached from this side on the wheel arch, right in here and up in here. Just a socket wrench, and you better take those off. And there's a 3rd screw right up the top. Right up the top. If I can get my hand in here. Right up the top there, you'll need to get a little handheld socket wrench and just undo the bolt at the top. So there's 1 screw there, 2 and 3. Take those 3 off, and then 7 of these white clips. You just need to push them out. Get a screwdriver in there and just give them a little nudge, and they come out pretty easy. None of them will break, so you don't need to replace anything. Once you've removed those 7 clips, so there's 2 down here, if you see, there is 1 right there, there's 2 right there, 3, 4, 5, and then another one just a little bit further up. You can just see it up there, that's 6. So those 6 white clips, just pop them out, and that will enable you to, first of all, now we need to get out these white clips from underneath here. I'm just using a flathead screwdriver. Wedge it in there, pry them out. Another one up the top. Now that all those white clips are gone, we should be able to just pry this guard off. Just watch out, there's going to be a lot of dirt if you've been off-roading. Now you don't need to push too hard, just get it away from the body. Get rid of all this dirt. Alright. Now we're ready to start prying it out from this side all the way. Just get one clip at a time. Now that we've got these pulled out, there's two more up here, and these had the little notches on them. So we're going to grab a little, whatever, prying tool, a little bit of spatula. I've just got some insulation tape around mine, just to stop any scratches. So now we see those are the two notches I'm talking about. If you just get your prying tool in there, just push it down. You don't need to force the bumper out too hard. You won't do any damage here. Although this is plastic, so you're not going to scratch any metal here, and it'll give a little bit. You just need to push these down a little bit and pull it out, and it's not that difficult. These just pulling straight out. Just a little bit of wiggling, get a little bit on the edge there, and give it a bit of a pull, get a wiggle, and that should pop straight out. Right, once you've got all the clips, bolts undone, then you need to disconnect some wiring so that you can let it hang down. And there is, if you can see in there, just some of these little clips you just need to push backwards. Anything that's connected to the body, like this one here and this one here. So those two disconnecting should allow the bumper to drop. So two on both sides, and they should be allowed to drop. So just remove this grey clip and this clip. Now we need to disconnect it from the little computer here. Let's get a screwdriver in there and just ring it. Now that we've undone these two bolts, the one that sits up here, so those three on each side to pull out the guard, then we've got rid of the 7 clips, the white clips that were all in here, and the 2 that were holding these 2 on. Then we're able to push out all of the guards from all these 2 clips, these 2 clips, and these 2 clips. Then we just pushed out the wiring that was being held on by these 2 clips and this box on each side. Once those are out, the whole bumper drops. You don't need to do the 2 bot rivets, and then you can access the original tow bar. going to need to do is undo the 2 bolts on the side here and that one underneath. So these 2, 1, 2, and this one underneath on each side, and the bumper should come out. Like that. And that's it. Now we are ready to install the rear hitch. There's 4 of them. There's one right there. 1, 2, 4. After removing the bezel, just reassemble the bumper, and that's what she looks like.